Welcome everybody to Extreme Forces Racing. I'm Joe Wright, and I'm joined tonight by my brother D Wright from Intensity Broadcast, and we bring you the Monday Night Mayhem series of 100 laps from Bristol Motor Speedway. It's going to be a wild one, D Wright.
Yeah, man. Double points night. Very, very exciting. We're in the modifieds tonight. One fast repair, 65% of fuel. Patience will be key tonight. As you said, 100 laps. Excited to see the action.
As we get ready, about a minute and a half till qualifying, we take a look here at the points. Dylan Dunford rocking that first position still, Dave. Brandon Richardson second. Qualies are in third. Lee Kraus fourth. Jacob Bowen rounding out your top five. Little thing you got to notice about that, though, some of the guys with wins not in the top 10 or not in the top five. Tyler Aspinall, Brady Floyd, strong drivers, and not fighting their way into that top five yet.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how they progress tonight and see if we can maybe add another win to either one of those.
And it could be a big night for those guys, being that it is double points. We'll see if they can make something happen as well. Atman Weiss in the field as well. He's stuck there in that ninth position, and then Austin Green sixth and Tony Richardson in seventh. About 30 seconds lap as we watch that number 2 machine turn some hot laps. It's Daniel Stagner. There's Atlee Weiss rocking the 78 machine. Austin Green in the 15. A little loose off the corner for him. We're going to see a lot of that, Dave. If you get on that apron, it's going to be loose. If you stay too high, you might get tight at that outside wall. These cars are hard to judge, too. That right side wheel sits a little bit wonky off the right side, a little bit further right than you're used to. So when you come off the corner, a lot of these guys kind of get a little rub on the wall.
Not only that, Joe, but even in traffic sometimes, they're almost like open wheels. You'll see them kind of bounce off a little bit of each other, wheel rubbing. So look out for that tonight as well.
First on track is going to be Dylan Dunford. And we'll go on board with him, Dave, and just see that banking here. As he actually stopped. He must have got speeding off. Let's check out Mikkel Lofson then. See Mick really working that wheel.
Yeah, running a pretty low line, Joe, than we tend to see in some of the stock cars, where it's more of a high diamond off here at Bristol.
Ali Abman Weiss to the top of the board here early in qualifying. Let's see if that holds up as we go on board here with Dunford, and he's already surpassed Atman by a little bit. Dunford breaks into the 13s with a 99. And we'll go on board here. This is Tyler Aspinall in the 45 machine. A little loose off, but he's letting that thing hang out. Oh, wall. That's not going to help him. He slide up into second there on his first lap, but Lee Kraus, same thing. We just talked about it a minute ago, Dave. This guy's hitting that wall, clapping it just a little bit. Really going to cost him time on track.
Yep, definitely will rub some time out there. As you see, Kraus 14.295 in the 8th spot now.
Atman Weiss with a top 3 here in qualifying, Dave. I think that's his best of the season with this league. Dylan Dunford and Tyler Aspinall, some of your fastest drivers in this league. Eddie Morris sitting there in that 4th position. Dean Qualley getting in the hot rod. See what he's got. Quali on his first lap, P9.
Catching the apron there a little bit, scrubbing some time. Seen the sparks come up from the roll cage hitting too, like it grounded out.
14:29. That's going to be good enough for 8th position, but that's it for him. He's probably going to continue to turn some laps here, just see what they got. But like you said, getting on that apron ain't going to get you speed. It'll definitely get you wonky, though. Looks like he's just trying to get some practice laps in while they have time here in qualifying. And usually they go through the driver meeting during this time after people have completed their qual laps. So we'll take a second here before the grid, and we'll get back to you. All right, Dave, that completes qualifying. Actually, I take that back.
Joe.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say we got one more guy on track here.
D-Rich putting it right to the limit. Yes, he's got about 5 seconds. He's gonna get cut off here, Joe.
And you were correct. Richardson not able to get a lap in. He'll start P11. All right, as we go through the field after they grid here in a second. In that number 4 machine, starting on your pole on the inside line, that'll be Dylan Dunford. Outside of him in that 45 machine, 2 wins, Tyler Aspinall. That's an EFRL. I don't know. He has 1 in this, right? Atman Weiss rolling off P3 with his best qualifying effort of the season so far. And in that 8 Bo Hyangalees machine, Eddie Morris.
Going off 5th in the 51 machine, Rowdy Tony Richardson. 6 outside of him is going to be Daniel Stagner in that 2 car. Mick Olafson coming in 7th position with a 14.261. Dean Qualley coming home 8th spot for qualifying. Lee Krause 9th. Austin Green 10th. And Brandon Richardson bringing up the rear as our 11th car tonight.
Watch out for that 29 machine, Dave. Decent practice lap times should be a factor here toward the end of this race. 100 laps, double the points. These guys know what's on the line. So it'll be an interesting race to see who has what here as the laps wind on and who can keep that thing clean. I think that's going to be the key. Keeping it clean, keeping it off the apron and off the wall.
Yeah, you mentioned the 29. 2nd in points. Had a very consistent run all season. So he will be a player tonight for sure.
So I was looking at some stuff earlier, Dave, and I didn't really realize this, but the track here is a little bit uneven in the corners. So one corner could be a little bit different than another corner. Did you know that?
Yeah, man. I've raced at Bristol before.
As we're about to go green flag racing here, you have the leaders out in the front of the field. They'll have about 2 laps here at Bristol so they can get it tightened up and squared away. That 4 machine will lead these guys to the green flag on the next time by. And Atlee, a former go-kart driver. Oh, used to the open wheel thing, Dave. So look for him to be pretty stout here as well. Dylan Dunford. Tyler Aspinall. Richardson with his work cut out for him. Watch out for Quali. Watch out for Kraus. Nobody in this field's out of it. Everybody has a chance here as we're about to go green flag race, and that car will dip off, and as Josh would say, they'll hit the loud pedal and get us racing. There it is, the 4 machine with a decent jump. Let's see if he can clear the 45 into 1, and he does, but the 45 staying high, keeping it wound up out there. Oh, we got one around already, Dave.
Yeah, that's the 77. It looks like Mick, I believe it is.
And the caution is out. So let's see if we can take a look at what happened there with Mick.
Didn't look like too much damage to the 77.
Just a little bit of that apron, D.
Was that a self-spin, Joe, or did he get...
He got a little piece of the apron. I don't think he got touched. Yep, that's just a little touch of that apron.
Yep.
And like you said, not much damage, just a little bumper issue on the front there. It might slow him down just a little bit, but I don't think it'll be too bad.
Yeah, aero does not come into play too much here anyway.
Lots of laps here. Hopefully these guys just settle into a rhythm and start knocking them off. Greg Spiker, this is the Extreme Forces Racing League, and it's called the Monday Night Mayhem League. And if you want to join it, get with Dean Qualley or myself. We'll get you hooked up. My name is Joe Wright. On iRacing, Joseph Wright.
Number 82 in your programs, number 1 in your heart.
As we work our first caution right off the bat here. Hopefully we can get this thing going green. And if you're watching and you're a new person, like, follow, and subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as well. All 3 platforms.
What exactly is a new person, Joe?
Intensity Broadcasting, like a new viewer. New viewer to our broadcast. And watch that 4 machine of Dylan Dunford. He's going to get that thing rocket shipping again.
Lights are off on that pace car. We can get going here, Joe.
Yes, sir. Mick really laying off the back now, Dave. He's a little scared of that apron, I think. Oh, got one in the wall. Who's that? That's a 99 of Lee Krause. Slapping the wall out there. He's going to fall to the rear.
Tyler and Eddie with a pretty good race there for second place. As I say that, Tyler gets up into the wall and Eddie's able to clear him.
It's going to really affect Tyler's race here, Dave, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It still look like he has speed, though.
Yeah, well, I mean... It's a little wheel wall climb, no big deal in the modified.
Atlee Weiss kind of falling off here as he watches the 2 machine close the gap. Daniel Stagner about to look underneath or over. Stagner got a little bit of the apron there. It shot him up the track. He lost about a half a car length to Atlee. Now he's going to close that gap up coming up off of turn 2. He's underneath Weiss now. Oh, and he gets the apron again. Oh, Quali almost gets into him, but they keep it together, and Atman able to open up that gap again.
Yeah, you want no part of the apron here on this track, Joe, as we've already seen. I'm wondering if the diamond route that we see in the NASCAR and truck
Ooh, the
cars.
2 is now into the wall, too. Everybody gets around him. Oh, see the 51 slide up in front of him. A little wild at the back of the field here. The 15 is now on pit road. He must have hit the wall or something.
And while we say that,
Green.
Dylan Dunford is out to a half-second lead now as well over Eddie Morris. So
Eddie Morris, a hometown boy of Bristol, Tennessee, is right near Bristol. Actually, it met Eddie for the first time at Bristol Motor Speedway in real life. That was pretty cool. But man, these 4 at the back battling for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Or I'm sorry, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Put a blanket over them. And you can see the difference in line. The 2 holding the bottom line, the 99 and the 29 kind of diamonding it off. The 3 and 4. Lee Krause looks underneath the 29 this time. Nothing there. Just in front of them, Dean Qualley starting to make a gain on Atlee Atman Weiss. Go on board with Dean Qualley as he makes this run.
he clears him there, Joe.
He did. And we have a caution on track, Dave. Tyler Aspinall has crashed. We'll go ahead and see what happened with Tyler here. I venture to say he probably got the outside wall. And hard into the inside wall. He holds the brake. No one else involved.
Ouch.
That was a tough hit.
Let's hope he's all right. Did he get that refired, Joe, or is the ambulance out on the track? Oh, he's moving.
I think he killed it, didn't he? Yeah, he towed. He killed it. Al Aspinall jumping to pits there.
Yeah, we'll see how long the toad takes him, as most of the field is coming down to pits here, so
They are.
it may not cost him that much, Joe. He may only get a lap 2 maybe here, depending on what these guys are going to do tire-wise. They're gassing and going. We'll see what happens.
I'd imagine
Again,
it's just going to be
only one
gas.
set, Joe. So
Yeah.
we're lap 23.
just gas. And they're using the full course pit road, not the two-sided one.
Gotta love that.
Don't get caught speeding on those corners like those Cup guys did this weekend, boy.
That will even further help Tyler. Again, depends on what the tow time is. But
So Tyler just now going, what, 1 lap down, Dave, or 2? Is that the second one?
he is 2 right now.
The 2 laps down goes Tyler Aspinall. And we'll see who makes the run off pit road the fastest here. As we see Lee Krause actually is going to take the lead, it looks like, Dave. A lot of these guys getting tires, some of them not, or only taking right sides.
Some interesting strategies through the field. As we see Tyler still there on pit road. I don't know if towing is through and he didn't have fast repair checked. I'm not sure what's going on there, Joe.
Towing takes a while. I think they get about 2 minutes on our yellow flag condition, so it can be lengthy. Lights on the pace car are still on. I'd imagine they will go off next time by. We'll double file it up and we'll get back ready to race. $11 people watching the broadcast now from all over the platforms. If you're a new viewer, like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching, and check out Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, whatever one you prefer. We're doing pretty good on viewers, D-Right. We're 1,400, I think, on Facebook, 300 or 400 on each of the other platforms, and we're trying to get to 1,000 on each at least, and 2,000 on Facebook. Facebook's an easier place for us to get viewers, so you just can share and all that stuff with your family and friends and stuff like that. But
a lot of different leagues.
Our goal for year 2 is 2,000. We hit 1,000 in our first year here at Intensity Broadcast, and let's see if we can get it to $2,000. That's the goal.
Seen a lot of different leagues broadcasted here too, Joe. So even outside of Extreme Forces, as we go green here, SCSRA is on there. Outlaws are on there. So it's a huge organization, and every night we have racing. So
it's also broadcast on Roku TV and Fire Sticks as well, Fire TV. So pretty cool stuff. They have an app called eRacing TV. Check it out if you're not wanting to sit on your phone or on your computer, and get on your TV and watch it. I talked about that Richardson guy, and Dave, he's right there in third. Oh, he gave the bumper there to Dunford. Dunford almost lost it. Way to hang on to it. And Richardson checking up, seeing Quali up in the wall. We're cautioned.
Richardson is on his hood, on his roof right now.
All right, this starts with this contact here. Let's see if we can go on board actually with him, Dave.
Might want to go on board with the 8.
I want to go on board with this guy because he's the one that gets into him. Oh, the checkup. That's what happened. And like you said, might want to go on board with the 8 there, huh? The 8 might have helped that one, huh?
Maybe.
Eddie Morris entering the corner at speed. Big checkup. Yep, that's all that was. Just things happen so fast, so fast here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Lee Krause, the big winner here after pit stops, and able to keep himself out front. And on what would be, I guess, old tires in relation to the rest of the crew. And like you said, Dave, there goes Tyler Aspinall getting his lap back. One of many. Yeah.
So again, I mean, we're 32 laps in. We'll probably see another caution or two.
Hey, Dave, have you ever known anybody to get ransomwared before?
I never heard of it.
Are you joking? Have you ever known of anybody who got ransomware, though?
That's what I do for a living, man. I don't know anyone personally.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
That I know of. I mean, people have told me their relatives or so-and-so has, but I don't know anybody personally, no.
So Cybersecurity Awareness Month just ended, but this month, November and December, are like the main seasons for phishers and ransomware. So keep a lookout if you're listening to this. Watch out for those sketchy emails and bad phone calls, because
I just renewed my fishing license.
this stuff is hitting the fan this week, I'll tell you what. All right, down the backstretch they go into turns 3 and 4. The pace car will dip off, and as Josh Hall would likely say most of the time, say something crazy like they're about to hit the loud pedal.
Take a sharp left-hand turn.
The 99 hits the loud pedal, and he's out. Catch you later. And we have another caution.
They're breeding them. We had a race there for Lucky Dog between the... Actually, no, we didn't. It was just Aspinall at 3 laps down. Brandon Richardson has slipped to 4, but Tyler loves to see that. As long as he was not involved, he may get another one back here. Ooh!
All right, let's roll that back a little bit. All right, let's look at Atman and what goes on there. All right. I'm going to give my opinion on this, and this is not a biased opinion, although it will sound like one. So I see Richardson go up, and I'm like, Atman, he changed his lanes before the start here. I don't know if that's just loose on old tires or what that was, but to me that says, hey, I'm going to this high line. And then, boom, comes down. Now, yeah, Atman should have lifted a little bit, let him down, so Atman's fault for sure. I'm sure he'll get the EOL for that one.
Yeah, I think what more than likely happened there, Joe, is Rowdy spun them.
Yeah.
And then got a little nervous going down into one, going hot, didn't want to spin it out. So he was extra cautious down in there and was just off speed more than anything.
Yes, sir. I can concur that may have been the issue there. Starts with the bad restart, though. Trying to get those wheels down and go.
Yep, and as we mentioned, Tyler did have the lucky dog there. He's back to 2 laps down. Brandon Richardson 4 laps down.
It's almost like he pays these guys to wreck every lap, eh?
He might.
I think he wrecked earlier because he had his helmet on in the broadcast.
Yep, not very clear vision with that thing.
If Grandma Aspinall's watching, yeah, we're talking about your boy. Look like Weiss getting the EOL for that one, and then behind him you see the wave around for Lucky Dog and Tyler Aspinall. Austin Green. How many laps down is Austin, Dave? 5 or 6?
At least 23.
Oh, wow.
So,
he must have had some catastrophic failure at some point for something. But
yeah,
he's back on track.
Didn't have it checked up. Glad to see him back and sticking it out.
And you never know. We're only, what? I can't tell how many laps we're at right now, but...
We never know what, man. And you're not seeing 23 more cautions.
41 laps in.
I'll be out of here.
Caution number 4. Yeah, never know. Another, maybe Eddie didn't get going, or the two. Somebody on the high side not getting going there. It was the two machine. Eddie actually with speed to the outside now of the 77. Woo. 77 real slow on the inside, and Eddie's still hard to the outside.
That 8 is on rails
And a
right
caution.
now. Another caution. I don't know, man. I like the high line here.
This one, Daniel Stagner in the two machine hitting the outside wall, trying to follow Eddie on that outside line, and ends up on his roof. And he has jumped to pits as he couldn't get that thing rolled over.
Let's see if we can pull Eddie in here and see if the high line's the way to beat it. He just finds something.
All right. Hey, Eddie, you got Joe and Dave in the booth. You got us?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Well, you had a rocket ship for a lap and a half just now, and then the two decided he wanted to wall ride and jump on his roof and then tow. So,
Is that what happened?
yeah, that's what happened there. But, man, you were about to go ham ski all the way to the front. Any secrets? You get some new tires on that beast or what?
They definitely, you can tell a difference when you have them on, for sure. I thought I might have had some damage after the contact I had, so I went down the pits and I figured I might as well take some tires while I'm at it too. So they work pretty well. So that's the strategy. I'm just gonna keep on boogieing up towards the front and see how I can finish tonight.
All right, well,
Eddie, we'll let you go here in a second. It looks like everybody's been riding pretty low all night, but you were just cooking it on the high side. That's all tires there, or is the high line coming in later?
I don't know. I can run the high line by myself and be pretty quick. The low side definitely is the fast side, but if you can get that top side to humming, it feels pretty fast too. So
awesome. Well, good luck the rest of the race, Eddie, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Alrighty, appreciate you guys.
That's Eddie Morris and that 8 yellow machine, Bojangles.
Why do you keep saying that?
That's how you say it in the South, boy. Bojangles. Is that better? To help you?
I mean, we don't have that up in New York City.
It's because you're not good enough. All right, Tyler Aspinall got another lap back that time, Dave. That puts him, what, one more lap down?
He is one lap down. We'll see if he can keep it clean here. If he's smart, he'd ride around on the back, wait for these guys to crash again.
Lee Krause, your leader. Dylan Dunford giving chase, but Dylan and Lee looking a little bit slow on that last restart with Eddie coming on new tread. As they double file up and get ready to rock and roll. And if you're watching this and not watching the football game, it's 14-10 Giants in the third.
Yeah, I wish Daniel Jones would get his head out of his keister. I got some fantasy implications.
Lee Krause, green flag. Dylan Dunford. And the 8 machine's going to clear the 77. And you see that speed difference there, Dave, already. Will Eddie move to the high side when he can?
We will see, but this speed difference makes me think, Joe, whoever's got that set behind the wall still for later in the race may be the chicken dinner.
That might be Lee Krause, based on his strategy thus far. Looks like that tire advantage has kind of gone away for Eddie. We'll see as we move on, as he's really working that wheel. Diamonding it off like you were saying too, Dave. Dylan Dunford hanging it down on the low side all the way around. Wow, that was close between Lee and Dunford there. Eddie backing off. I think he saw it. Working lap 53 of 100. And Dunford looks to the inside. And nothing there. Lee back down on his line. He's just racing his line. Not even worrying about that Ford machine and where he is. Which is what you got to do here at Bristol sometimes. And that 99 is actually going to come up on some lap traffic, Dave. And that could cause some issues here. We watch Lee start to close the distance now to the 2 machine, who's had a rough night so far. Oh, yeah, Lee on the apron, hangs on to it though. The top three cars get by the 2 machine. The 4th guy there, Mick Olofsson, trying to get by now. Mick's going to clear as well. The whole field is now cleared. As Daniel stays high for the entire group. Back to the front, we have a pass for the lead happening, Dave, possibly. Lee into the outside wall. It's going to happen. He's going to fall.
Lee was S-ing that thing, man.
And now Eddie Morris sets his sights as Mick Olofsson comes in the picture. Wow. We said it in the pre-broadcast, the width of these cars is so different from the cars these guys were used to running in the ARCA cars and the street stocks and all those, so. Can Eddie Morris catch the 4? That's the question now, as he's got a little bit of right side damage from jumping the wall. That 4, though, Dylan Dunford, we've seen him get into his, he's kept it pretty clean, right, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, took the pole, was leading the first little bit of the race until we got to some of the cautions there. Has had a consistent run all night and really all season, obviously. So, yeah, he's a major player.
Man, Lee is still S-ing it back there. And, man, he's fast but loose.
Yeah, I mean, Lee's just begging for the caution to come up here. Maybe he wants to wait maybe 5 more, maybe 10 more laps and then get it. But he's looking, if he still has that set behind the wall, he definitely wants to see a caution where he can get the freshies on and have an advantage over those guys in front of him.
29 now going by the 99. That'll move Rowdy Tony Richardson. It did move in there. Oh, Dean Qualley hard into the wall. It keeps it straight, though. Mick Olofsson 3rd. This is still the battle here between Kraus and the 29. And Lee really riding the rim there. Lee Weiss now underneath the 99 off the corner. See, Lee sawing it back and forth down the straightaway there, Dave. He's really struggling with that hot rod.
He's bleeding right now, man.
Oh, 29 into the wall. And caution is out. That's what Lee wanted to see.
Yeah.
So did Tyler Aspinall.
Yes, he did. He's going to get back on the lead lap as well, Joe, as long as he didn't take any damage there off course. It's heating up now. 30 laps left. Well, we only had one set, and Eddie changed his before, so I don't think Eddie. Yeah, I think it was the optional damage he was talking about before. Yeah. But Lee, there's got to be other guys. He's probably not the only one on that strategy. I don't know that Dean as well may have took tires there. He's back behind Eddie, so he had a long pit stop as well. Imagine Dean took tires. Let's watch out for the 17. The 99 here may both be on freshies. Dylan Dunford, class of the field so far, takes the green flag. Oh, another caution. Yeah, that's Lee. Oh, the old wall ride, huh? Let's quiet on the 78. Let's go take a look at that. I'm gonna get more here. He's gonna get more on the return from Rowdy, but let's hope the 78 has a fasty for his own sake here. Because he's still on the lead lap. Ooh. Yeah, Rowdy got him. Oh, was it? Whoa. Whoa. We got the netcode angels on both of those, I think. With the quickness. Whoop, whoop. Oh. 6 cars on the lead lap. Joe, Dylan Dunford, Eddie Morris, Mick Olawson, Dean Qualley, Atlee, Atman Weiss, and Tyler Aspinall. And then we go to 2 laps down. Lee Kraus, Tony Richardson, Daniel Stagner at 5 laps down, and Brandon Richardson at 12, Austin Green at 22. So safe to say the back half of the field pretty much out of it. It's a 6-car race right now with 18 laps left to go. So who you got, Joe? For me, the 45 has had a very strange night, up to 4 laps down, come all the way back. We'll see what he has to offer. And then also the 78 as well. We just talked about the netcode angels. Maybe it's his night. It's we never know what happens. It's Bristol, baby. Early on, it was turn 1. 10 or 17, one of the two. Yeah. I know everybody. Ooh. And right behind them, it is Dean, Mick, and Tyler. Throw a blanket on them three. That man is right there. There, Joe. Knock, knock. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, Joe. The 17 creeping into third. Lurking. Hanging around. We'll see if he can even get back to him, Joe. 7 laps left. There's time, but he's got to make the run at the right time. You did lift a little there. I don't know if he's gonna. Oh, he did it! Oh, he did it! He did it! The hometown man is. He said, I'm going to use the chrome horn and bring it home for the hometown boy. It's vending. Tug of war.
Yes, sir, I do. Well, first I just want to mention that if I wreck right in front of my pit box and it's a 2-minute tow, that's absolute bullcrap. But really, I was just kind of riding around because after that I realized if I just wait, I'll get a lap back and hopefully finish on the lead lap. I think tonight was extra valuable because of double points, so I think I just really focused on finishing the race more than trying to get a good position after that. And well, from what I heard, I think Eddie gave Dylan a shot at the very end there. We were in the right place at the right time and, well, came out with the podium.
Tyler, when you were knee deep in that bull crap, did you think that you were going to be talking to the brothers in the booth at the end of the race?
No, I did not. I would have been happy even just finishing the race at that point because I thought I was going to be stupid again and pull the same bull crap, just not a fast pair this time. But luckily we didn't. Luckily we actually didn't make contact with anything for the rest of the race. For some reason I didn't, but yeah, I mean we've seen how I was racing lately. I've been hitting everything but the pace car, but luckily I'm here. People that are watching, Mom, Grammy, Andy, other Grammy, Sherry, Travis, I think Jeff, I think Steven, and anybody else who's watching that supports me. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think they know how to do that, but I'll be sure to teach them. All right, we'll see.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know. I know they were racing hard, and I was catching them, but then I backed off because I was a little worried something like that was going to happen. So yeah, that's a tough one.
Dean, we didn't mention you too much all night, but you were lurking, right? Pretty much most of the night, and then even on the last 20 there on the shootout, I mentioned to Joe, you were kind of just waiting to see how hard these guys were going to race each other and if they would take each other out. But all in all, a consistent run, going to keep you up top in the points as well and in the running for the championship. Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, I mean I had to use my fast repair there early in the race, so I kind of was taking it extremely easy. I wasn't expecting this many cautions, but yeah, that last green flag or that last restart, I knew it was time to kind of get going. So it is what it is. Yeah, you know, everybody again in this league, and for you guys, definitely for broadcasting. And yeah, I'll have a long night ahead of me reviewing some stuff. And yeah, we'll move on to next week. You bet. Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, man, I got you. I'm checking the stream on Facebook, and I can't hear y'all. Like y'all just interviewed Dean.
Tell me it's been like that all race, Joe. Say it.
It hasn't been like that all race, but it's been like
I
that for a
don't
little bit. All right, Eddie, you got us.
The
And,
most important interview of the night anyway, Eddie. It ain't muted.
That's why I wanted y'all to be unmuted, you know?
Hey, so listen, you give Dylan Dunford a run for his money for the last 18 laps. Okay, you give him the bumper a couple times. You're underneath him at one point. He chops your nose. Was that
Exactly.
you turning him saying, you know what, I had enough of that?
Man, that was me just going for the win right there. You know, if you can't hold a damn line, you can't take two lines. You know, I'm faster. Clearly, you're holding me up. You know, now was my intent to wreck him? No, I was wanting to move him, but the lap prior to that, he blinked out of my screen. So I don't know. At that point, I was going for it, whatever happened. But like I said, did I intentionally intend to wreck him? No. So, and then the Brandon Richardson, he wants to come at me about something. I clearly the hole was open on that one, but he couldn't hold the line, so he comes back down, and I'm to blame for that. So I don't know. I'm just a bad guy. It's Bristol, baby.
Eddie, I'm gonna start calling you Razor Ramon, Chico. You're the bad guy, my friend. Throw a toothpick at him and do it while you're doing your burnout, because Ant-Man will get you off the wall to do that.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Atman, man. He got me off that wall. That was nice of him. I appreciate it. Even though these things won't do a burnout because we tried, and ended up blowing my motor trying. So
Very, very nice. We talked to you before the race. We know it's the hometown. We know how much Bristol meant to you and the modifieds. What's this win mean to you, and locks you in, obviously?
we'll see. I guess they're gonna review it or whatever. Whatever happens, happens. Clearly, I was the fastest car. I don't know. We'll see. We'll go forward from there and
Well,
on to
for
next
now,
week.
congratulations, Eddie. Anybody you want to thank, and we'll move on. Hopefully, I don't know.
You know, just Intensity Broadcasting, the best broadcasters in the business. Shout out to Atlee for getting me off the wall there. Yeah, you sit and you run with these people. I'd like to thank them for the first few weeks, and so I could sit back and learn how to race who I'm around. Because clearly, whenever they're raced that way, they don't like it. But yeah, other than that, no, that's about it, man.
All right, Eddie, take care, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right, D. Wright. That one ends up with some drama, to say the least. Eddie looking like Dale Earnhardt Sr. out there, moving people out the way and win races. But hey, you get, like you said, gotta do what you gotta do when you're the fastest car on the track.
You know, can't help the speed, my friend. But Razor Ramon gonna do what Razor Ramon needed to do, and hey, it was a 100-lap main event tonight. We had 11 cars. More cautions than we hoped to see, but the tensions were pretty high with how close the field is, Joe.
Yeah.
We seen and heard Eddie even talk about race you the way that I've been raced in the league. So tempers are clearly flaring between a couple of different factions in the league, and we're seeing that on the track. It's leading to excitement and mostly good, hard racing. We'll see how it continues throughout the season.
Yep, and sorry about the technical difficulties. Mute buttons sometimes get you, and so you may not hear any call for the last 20 laps of the race, but it's all good.
That's unbelievable.
We'll get it worked out. All right, for Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright. Dave
Can't
Wright.
be drinking when we do this, by the way. You gotta stop.
I don't drink. Anyways, for Intensity Broadcasting, is Atlee Atman was